Life before Peckham. I started, got out of high school, went to college, played a little football, went in for computer science, and immediately entered the workplace. Started with fast food, moved on to some tires. I heard about Peckham in the morning right before work on a news segment. They had a job fair going. I figured I would take the time and go after work and see what it was all about. We're right at the beginning of the USDA contract. They got a hold of me, and there was a process to get the USDA contract up and running, but once that happened, and it was full force ahead. In the USDA, we have some individuals with really mission critical jobs. When they run into an issue, part of one of those processes, and they call us, they're frantic, hey, I've got to get this computer up and running, otherwise I won't be able to see the airplanes in the air. Being able to help them get that computer working while on that fire to support those aircrafts, we have firefighters doing the same things. We have administration people working at those fire camps, helping them get back to work in a desperate time it feels good. It's rewarding. Regardless of how much pressure they're under, I don't let myself feel that same amount of pressure. It's either I can get it fixed or I can't. Regardless, I'm gonna try my best. Being able to take that moment to listen to somebody as they speak, to fully understand what they're saying, I don't believe that is a common skill. It's huge in a place like this. I've had a couple of disabled people in my family. My aunt had Down syndrome, and I have a couple of nieces with disabilities as well. So when it comes to working with people with disabilities, understanding that everyone's at their own place on their path, it's a big deal. The feeling of value you get when you are able to help someone resolve their issues, and how relatable my coworkers are and the people I talk to on a daily basis, and it really shows how we all have a similar mission and a similar goal, and I think that really adds value to the job. The people I work with at Peckham are relatable in ways I've never experienced, and the honesty here, the ability to be yourself and be honest about who you are, where you're at, the problems you're facing, and to work through them, and knowing you have your employer behind you, helping you, wishing you on, cheering you on. It's a relief. Most other places I've worked, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and being able to work through your issues and show up to work really brings everything together. Peckham has allowed me to work on my own personal issues. There's definitely a couple years right in the middle of my 8-year stretch that I knew I had some pretty glaring weaknesses I needed to address. So being able to take a couple years and just keep my head down and work through my personal weaknesses and grow as a person, that space was much needed. That patience during that time, appreciate it. Well, I like music. I like to play my drum set. It really helps cope with when you got a lot of stress or adrenaline running through your system. It helps get it out. It's just something I do for fun. I like to play to music, put some music on, and just, loud and fast sometimes, just exhaust myself, and preferably when nobody else is watching TV. I'm not sure how I've impacted Peckham. I try to just come to work every day, try to be happy, and just try to get to know my coworkers. I do enjoy the people I work with. Knowing my coworkers as deeply as I would want my friends to know me it's fun. Yeah, Peckham has helped me quit smoking. They cheered me on every step of the way, even those times I took a few steps backwards. No big deal, we got this. Peckham realizing this and not only cheering us along the way for something I wouldn't think an employer would have an interest in an employee quitting smoking, but they do, and it feels good to be supported.